Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 2B2T. We are here with 512 people online, and we are working on the Atrium Hall. I don't know what it's called. So we started building this, then said, I should record the rest of this. Um, but yeah, here's what we've got in our design. So we've, put in these short little columns since it is kind of an extension and there's going to be no doors here. This is just going to be open. So we did this. And then I came in and started putting up these columns and then added in the doors going into the library. So we're good. We've got places to put either artwork or other things. And if we don't fill these all the way up with art, I'll put in a design, excuse me, a design around it. So for example, I might do this and strip it and then just put that around the art. So, I'm okay with a larger, with small or large art depending on what we want to do with those. So we've got our entrances. This will go into the stairwell, so I decided to match it, so we'll raise this up a little bit. That's not an issue. Of course, we've got our entrance in here to this hallway and the entrance into this hallway done. We've also got these little side doors over here that kind of come into the library. I'll decide what to do with them because technically there is enough room that I could come in this door and put a stairway, just a single wide stairway that goes up to the second floor of the library, or I could go down. There's another door over here, which this one I could do the same thing. It is kind of coming out a little bit closer, but we've got room here where we could do some little secret hidden stuff. So, it's not really hidden. There's a door over here too where we could do the same thing, on the side of the stairwell. So you're getting creative with, what I can do in different places and different designs and things like that. For now, we are working on putting up these columns so that we can get this built up to the next level and then decide what we're going to be doing from there for the top. I still haven't decided if I'm I still haven't decided. English, it is my native tongue. You would never know. I still haven't decided. Now, I have a quandary here. I know I'm getting off. I was going to say something and now I'm. So I did this right where I matched it to where it has 3 wide, 3 tall. The problem is that it's ideally this should be at this level. But I had to take it up 1 level. Well, actually it's okay, but I had to remove the obsidian that was right here because it extended down. We don't have obsidian over here. We don't have obsidian here. It's okay. We're good. It was just that one spot with obsidian, I guess. And we don't have any over there. So we're fine. We're fine. I don't know what I'm complaining about. Nothing, I guess. And the kitty is going to stand on my keyboard and click all kinds of buttons. Okay, she moved. All right, so let's go ahead and then put this up. So basically what it means is the divider is right here. So that's like that. This is like that. There would be this along here. And this works out. Yeah, no, it works good. Because we'll put another block thing right here and move this out all the way to it. So we're good. I don't know what I was worried about. Definitely going to need to go mine more deep slate. We do have gilded blackstone now, thanks to LZ Go. He went and conquered a couple bastions for me, which was really awesome. And got some gilded blackstone. I don't know. Oh, whoops! I forgot to put the other piece on. Oh no, it's on top. Never mind. I'm stupid. I am stupid. Ignore me. There's gonna be one right here. Yeah, I think he put it down here. He said. Is it this red one that's in the middle? Nope. Or maybe he put it over here. He said he put it by the mess of shulks, but not by the excuse me, Narnia copies. It must be this one because I didn't put one clear out here, did I? Oh no, that one's empty. Is it this one? There it is. Hey, we've got 2 stacks. We've got enough to finish our sword. Awesome. I'm gonna get distracted and I'm gonna go do that. Of course, I didn't bring any scaffolding with me, so we'll just we'll build up and then build down. Can I reach? Nope, not yet. Okay, so we're gonna put it from right there. At least we'll have this complete. Thank you very much, LZ, for doing that. Appreciate it. I'm still going to go get more because I have plans for it in a different area. Not here in the palace, but in the sanctuary. I'm thinking I'm going to want some. So, awesome. We can tag that as complete all the way through. Perfect. And we've got some additional blackstone that we can use, which is good. We may need a few more pieces here and there. I don't know where exactly, but we may need it, so that'll work. All right, where was I? I am on this one. So I think, oh yeah, this one's different. Because this is where I was deciding, do I want like something to go across into the library? And the more I think about it, I think right here is where I want it to go across, because this is a hallway, right? So I'd want it to go across here. So I'd want to raise that. And this, because this is the floor, so this would be the bottom. So I got to decide how to do this. I think, well, oh, no, that's no problem. We already have a design. The issue is we've got scaffolding in the way. But it would go there. It would come across here, just above the doors. Straight into here. Perfect, perfect. We'll remove these. And we'll do that. And then what I think I can do is we just need a... No, I don't want to use those. I would want to use... I think I'm going to use these. You'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these like this. Because the floor is one higher, right? Yeah, the floor is going to be one higher. Also means I need to... Here, let's move these out of the way. Technically, this should be these. Not these if I want to match things up. Not that it matters too much. Most of this will be hidden, but... Alright. So what I'm thinking of doing is I can do this. Whoops, not that. You're in the wrong spot. Okay. There we go. And then on top of it is our floor design. I'll have to decide what block, but basically there would be, we'll just use this as a temporary. There'll be a walkway right here of decorative blocks and then a small little rail out of the iron. And from the bottom, see the red will shine through. So that'll look good. It's not distracting from the whole design. It looks nice. So perfect. All right. I need more of these. I also need more of these. There we go. All right, so we can put this pillar up. We can take this down because we won't need this across here anymore. Excellent, and then we can go ahead and build this up. We can put this on like that. Wait a minute, not yet. I'm already messing up my design because I'm forgetting what I did. Okay. Now we can put it on. There we go. This is where the pillar is. Perfect. You're just doing a little building in the hall today. This will be nice to get this done. I did, by the way, did I show it? I finished this up to the middle. I know I showed one side, or part of one side, but I didn't show it all the way. So I did get that done as well. Oh, and I started, there's always lots of progress in between episodes. So I did put in the floor. Well, not the design floor, but the base flooring for this level as well. So I'm ready to build up the sides and the windows and the glass and the ceiling here. So we'll be finishing that out very quickly. This week has been really good as far as just general progress around the builds all over the place in just knocking things out and getting things done to a stage or a certain state, I should say, of completion in a way. So I'm really happy about that. It's just really nice to see that, you know, coming across and making that progress to where I can say, okay, that is done. Outside of maybe a few minor future decorations and alterations and things like that, you know, I can say, okay, that one's done. Oh, that one's done. I just realized I built this, and this is not going to be like that because I have a partial pillar here. Yes. I decided to put it because there was obsidian and it created that little small gap, which is fine. So this side is different because it'll just be this all the way up. And then that's like that. This will have that. Stair upside down. 1, 2, 3. And then Luke. Got to keep some of our general design here, right? So that it at least the places mostly uniform in its design and how it looks and everything, carries through a good portion of the build. So the hallways and things like that should all, you know, overall be the same throughout the build. Okay, cool. So that's done all the way. At least the pillars. Then we have this opening, and we have the two over here on the end. We are going to need more of those. Doot, 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 doot. There's never enough blocks. That one. There we go. Have to see if did Winter work on the tree more. Maybe. It's hard to tell from here. He may have worked on it some more up above and or around the edge and stuff. Possibly. I know he was on earlier. Whoops, wrong block, wrong block. Keep doing that. Here, we'll just do this side too so that we remember, aha, there's something there. We got to do the right blocks. It's probably kind of stupid to try to do both of these at the same time. I'm bound to mess up along the way, so we better just do one at a time. I guess we're doing this one first. All right, 1, 2, 3. These will probably get replaced on that side because it's against the wall there, and we're probably going to build something out anyways, but for now, it'll work. Tells us where we need things, so that's fine. Haven't decided how we're going to do that section yet. Okay, and then like that. All right, now we can come down and do this. That. I was watching some of Seth's streams, the one the other day and then one earlier today. You know, he's at the next geezer base because the previous one got griefed, building a little log cabin. Pretty cool with what he's doing. But then it's like somebody's themed the whole place with Doraemon and stuff. I think it's Doraemon. I'm pretty sure it's Doraemon. So it's like they've got all these great big statues. It looks like made out of concrete of Doraemons and different characters and stuff like that. And it's like they go up so fast, you know? And sometimes it's like, geez, how quickly do they do that? And I've already talked about that in the past that, well, they're using various like schematic build, you know, stuff. And whether, you know, I can't say because I don't know. Maybe are they designing them by scratch in a creative world, or are they using like existing models that other people have built? It doesn't matter which one they're using. It's just cool, and it's just amazing how fast some of these groups will rebuild. Obviously, they've got stashes of supplies, which makes a huge difference. You know, if you have some big stashes around and you have all kinds of building supplies and stuff like that, you lose your base. Okay, well, it's upsetting, yes, but excuse me, it's not the end of the world. And let me get a drink. It's not the end of the world, and so they just, you know, come in and new theme and new designs, and they just knock things out so fast. It's just amazing. Sometimes I'm a little bit jealous because, like, it takes me months, you know, to do. Well, obviously, I'm doing a massive build here, whereas if I was to build like a Doraemon statue and I had the concrete supplies, if I was using concrete as an example, or wool or whatever you want to use, I could probably knock it out fairly quick, you know, from scratch, you know, just looking at some models and saying, okay, that's what I need to do. It needs to look like that. That needs to go there. All right, you know, because I don't use the same design mods. I could probably do it pretty quick, but I can still get a little bit jealous, Kitty. I can't see which button. I need a button, Kitty. Come on, keep going. Yes, I know you're sniffing the desk. Very good. Thank you. Excuse me. But still, it's like, oh my goodness, come on. Clear the throat. Come on, get it up. Yes. I'm out of blocks again. Why am I always running out of blocks? Huh? What's wrong with me? You'd think I'd plan better, right? All right. Now can we proceed? Do we have enough blocks to finish? Probably not. Anyways, as I was babbling, I'm gonna have to drop down from above, aren't I? To get back on top of it. Almost missed. Not complaining that things are going slow here. I mean, when you think about it, the amount of progress that I've already made here is just wow. You know, I mean, the Oracle took some time too, and I had, of course, some of the team helping with some of the nitty-gritty stuff, like laying the base blocks and stuff like that. But you know, I'm the one that laid all the obsidian and then started designing the different rooms and things like that. So, and everybody had a part, and I really love that they participated and stuff. Just like here, you know, I made a comment of, I need to go out into the Nether and I need to mine up gilded blackstone, because I tried checking our allies, see if I could trade for it. Nobody had any. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to go out into the Nether and find some bastions and mine up the gilded blackstone. And next thing I know, you know, we've got Trace. He's gone out into the Nether and he's mined up, you know, 2 stacks of gilded blackstone. You know, and I didn't ask him to do that or anything, but so I mean that's really cool. I love the support that the team provides in my builds, because I admit, you know, most of them, I mean, while they're builders to a point and they've done some massive things and some really neat stuff and they take on projects, you have to say that probably some of what I put into play is a little daunting for some players. You're going to do what? You're going to build a giant pyramid structure that goes almost all the way, that does go all the way up to world height, and it's going to be 400 blocks wide on each side. And you know, if you're not using a, you know, a non-standard Minecraft view, you won't even be able to see the other side of it because the chunks won't render. I mean, right? That's a little daunting for some individuals. I mean, no less so than the people that build the massive, you know, obsidian sky structure. My goodness, can you imagine that? Like, you know, the obsidian roofs over spawn, and some of them are, of course, designed into shapes and different things and stuff. I mean, the amount of time it takes to do that and the effort it takes to do just that, even though it's just a flat obsidian, is tremendous. And yeah, I know they use, you know, some faster build blocks and, you know, with Rusher and things like that, that helps, but it's still just, that's a lot of work. You know, talk about daunting projects. And I've seen some videos of past projects where it was funny. They would conscript new players. It's like, hey, we'll give you a bunch of gear and blah 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 blah. All you have to do is mine these 10 shulks of ender chests and turn them into obsidian for us. You know, here's a pickaxe. And yet, players will do it just so that they can get some gear. You know, I mean, that's just amazing to me. Wrong, I did it again. See, I know I need the other block, and I just keep... It's like I get ahead of myself. It's like I'm in a hurry to get the pillar. I want to do the pillar. I don't want to do other blocks. What are you talking about placing other blocks for? Anyways, I'm kind of ranting and talking. I guess that's what we do when we're just busy doing stuff, you know? I mean, if I wasn't on video, I'd probably have... or if I wasn't recording, I'd probably have either, you know, a video on the other screen going of someone else streaming, or, you know, maybe some music going, or kind of watching something else as I build. But we're recording, so you get to listen to me. Hopefully I'm entertaining. Obviously I'm doing something right. I get lots of good comments, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for all of the support that you guys give all the time. It's amazing. I would watch myself. I mean, that sounds creepy, but you know, as far as like a channel choice, I would definitely watch my videos if I was looking for someone, because this is the type of stuff I like to watch. I like to watch the whole process that is happening, you know, in the build process and whatnot. So okay, did I get that one? Yes, I did. Okay, excited to get the library done. I did harvest up a ton of dark oak, so we are ready to rock and roll and start building out the library. Should be a pretty cool design with what we're going to do. So we'll be seeing that here shortly on a video as we start mapping it all out and putting it all together. Excited for that. See how it all plays out. Kitty, do I have the right block? Nope, I didn't have the right block. Good thing I didn't place it, Kitty. Would have been your fault. I am out again of wall pieces, which means I cannot finish this. I have to go get my wall pieces first. I'm gonna need to go harvest more deep slate here soon. It's I'm exhausted. I'm going through it so fast. I said that this build wasn't gonna be, you know, all deep slate, you know, that most of the build is stone and other materials, but still, as a favorite building block, I'm plowing through the obsidian. They're not obsidian, deep slate. I'm just plowing through it really fast, which is okay, but someone definitely needs to discover a dupe and dupe deep slate, cobbled deep slate specifically, not regular. Yes, okay, so we are up. I'm gonna put this across. Same thing over here. And then somewhere in the middle, wherever the pillar was, I want to do that. And then we want to put these in. And then down. Okay. Hey, I remembered. I put the right blocks in first, right? Haha! I'm learning. Maybe. Or it's just because I had already put the slabs down, and so it was easier to go, oh yeah, I need to build that up. Sometimes that's annoying. You'd think you'd be able to build, but because the wall sticks up slightly higher, one little pixel, you can't. one more pillar after this. We will be complete with the pillars. And then we can work on the other good stuff. Okay. And we got to do this one. This is going to be, technically, I probably don't even need this because there's going to be blocks on this. I am thinking if I have another larger art piece I can put right here, since we have it set up for it, right? I got to go look at what do I have that's big. I do have some pretty big stuff. I just have to decide, you know, what would fit there that is also odd wide, so I don't have to try and cut it down, because that's sometimes a challenge. That I find that a lot of artwork is actually even numbered instead of odd as far as its width. So that creates a unique challenge as far as building stuff out if your designs are all odd, so that you can have, like, you know, a peak block in the middle of something, you know. Okay, and then we do this and that. Perfect. Did I throw a block down here? Maybe not. All right, well, we got those up. So now all we have to do is figure out how we want to do the ceiling. The walls will be similar to these, but I'll hold off a little bit on those because I got to make some decisions. There might be some balconies here on the library and stairwell that just overlook this. So I may leave, you know, one or two of these open. So, you know, and then of course this one's the hallway. This one over here is more library, so there might be a balcony there. This one will probably be solid because those up there, that's going to be our first set of private suites. So all I have to do is fill in some different areas and stuff. I'm going to decide what I want to fill it in with, because I don't, like on this, I don't necessarily just want to put deep slate. I mean, I could just do that all the way up, but I might choose to put something else. So I'll have to decide on that. And then I got to decide how I'm going to do the top. So originally, I was going to do a glass dome all through here. Now, I still may do that, but on both sides of it, the palace is going to go higher. So this section here, this little rectangle section right here, is going to go up probably to somewhere around this level, just slightly higher than the proxy tower. And then this side, which is this section here above the library, as well as above the Angel's Wings Hall, will also go up, but I'm going to take, and it'll be staggered. The Angel's Hall will probably go at about right here, whereas this, there'll be a square section that I want to take up, like I've talked about, probably about this height, as one of the tallest towers on the palace. There'll be a few towers right over there on the other side of that as well. So I've got to think about, you know, if I do that, I could have two separate towers, which would be fine, and then I could put in a glass roof here for part of this. Or I could just put in, like, the diorite roof as well, and it doesn't have to be glass. Not quite sure what will look the best. And then I've got to get creative and figure out a big statue to stand up right here that's about this height to sit in front of this window. And yeah, I think I'll put artwork on this side. I just have to find the right piece and then measure it out, and so I know how far in I need to build the sides and whatnot. But if I can get one that goes up, like takes up this area here, I think I have some that it would fit that, then that would look really good as well. All right, well, anyways, yeah, we're going to continue doing stuff, but thank you for joining me. We will see you in the next episode. Take care.